Hey everybody! So again, I'm doing the tripod. If you saw my cleaning tidbit from earlier today, or it might be yesterday by the time I post this video, I'm using my tripod, which means I have both hands again, provided that my cat, which has come over here because he likes you guys, provided he doesn't do anything. Anyway, so this video is another cleaning / organizing video. Now, if you'll recall, my very first video was a fridge area cleanup. Okay? Now, it really hasn't changed. I mean, the top's gotten a little bit cluttered just because I've added a few things here and there. But it honestly has not changed its concept yet. What I'm going to do my video on today is the inside. Yes, if you recall from my crafting, no, sorry, dogs like to bark. Anyway, if you recall from my crafting area video, I said that aside from the fridge and the pantry, my craft area was the most disorganized. I am now tackling the fridge. The grossest upon gross jobs there is available, usually. However, we've actually been pretty good about getting rid of old stuff. Right now, it's just a matter of finding a place for everything and tidying it up a little bit. All the bad food pretty much has been taken care of. Other things might be transferring leftovers into smaller containers. Like, I know sometimes my husband will use a container, like one of those square Ziploc containers that are like yay by about yay for one sausage. Yes. Rather than using a smaller container, which is about like yay by about yay, which will fit much nicer in there and not take up a lot of space. So that's kind of going to be what I'm going to be doing in my fridge. So I'm going to quickly take you on a tour. You're on the tripod right now, so this might take a little bit of editing, which will be fun. But I'm going to take you on a tour of my fridge. So I'm kind of holding the tripod up right now. So this is my fridge. Now, as you can see, the top is... Again, I'm going to have to go through it again, because if I find a pen, I just toss it up there. So I have to go through and put stuff in my craft and take care of things. But it's pretty much the same, and same with my media center, which is working great. The only thing, I swear, the only thing I'm having trouble with is this staying up, because the sticky stuff doesn't like to evaporate. And sadly, the Velcro for the broom and the mop did not work as well as I had hoped. But this stuff works great. Okay? So anyway... So this is my fridge. Now I'm going to show you the freezer first because it's the least scary. Now there's not a lot. We have a big freezer downstairs that we use for the bulk of our stuff. But as I figure it, there are some things that we could keep up here if we had the room for it. Like, for example, let's see here. We've got our cheese, and that we have to keep up here, otherwise we wouldn't use it. We've got some fruit. But this particularly, this has been in here for about a year, along with like... Hey, cute. Freezer burn stuff. Yeah, there's stuff that's been in here for literally a year or more. Never mind the fact that I probably should take like the magic eraser to this place. The one thing I love about magic erasers is that they're reusable. Not always pretty, but reusable. So, like it's basically just needs an overhaul cleaning and reorganizing, and maybe I can even make it so that way our fruit could be permanently up here. Which would be great because my husband's got a fruit smoothie fetish going on. So yeah, this part down here is the scariest. Which we are very fortunate for, actually. We are extremely fortunate, nobody knows that more than me, about how much food we actually have that's not bad. About how much food that we have that if we look in the fridge, and we can be one of those rich people that say, we have nothing to eat. But in actuality, we have so much to eat. And we just need to start eating it and start being fortunate and remembering that not a lot of people have food like we do. I mean, there was a time where this fridge was pretty sparse for a little while there, and right when we needed it, Josh got a job, which was fantastic, and I'm babbling, but our fridge is full, which is great. So the only problem I have with it is that it's a mess. So I'm just going to take you on a little tour here. Now, I'm in on the tripod, so things are going to be a little bit shaky, but not as shaky as they would be otherwise. So this is the top shelf. Now normally on the top shelf, I would keep unopened, like stuff like this, okay? I'd keep the unopened ones that we have not opened yet. I'd keep them here. And the second shelf is, oh, and leftovers. Leftovers, butter, and salad dressings or jars that are unopened. I'd put in the top. In the middle one, we keep our eggs, our bread products, any other jars that we have that are unopened. A lot of leftovers. I like putting leftovers in the middle one rather than the top because they're not as close to the light. I'm weird about that. Okay, and all of our beverages and extra stuff goes in the bottom, like ketchup or spaghetti sauce or stuff like that. I know you're supposed to drink a lot of water when you're trying to eat healthy and stuff like that, but Josh puts a little bit of pulped orange juice into his smoothies. That way they're more liquidy rather than crunchy, which is that one right there. And I am simply a fan of simply orange juice. Which is what I like to drink. And then we got juice in the back, and Josh likes chocolate milk, and I like bagels, which we got 2 things of today, because it's great when you just want a quick breakfast and you intend on working out, which is an idealistic move for me. And then in here, which is usually the gross part, but it's not actually, is where we keep things like oranges and lettuce, the carrots. So that's where we keep that. So, I mean, things have a place, but they're not an organized place. So yeah, never mind that. Everything's just grungy and dirty. It just needs an overhaul cleaning wise. So yeah, that's my project, and I'll see you
Hey everybody. So this is part 2 of my fridge organizing. It actually hasn't taken me that long. I mostly just had to go through and get rid of stuff and replace things. So yeah, I'm gonna get right into it. Okay, so this is my freezer. It's so bare. So I put, these are a bunch of zucchinis for the fish. Put them on top, plus our extra box of cheese. Tons of cookie dough balls that Josh would shoot me if I got rid of, so I haven't. And some fudgesicles and a popsicle that, again, Josh has got to eat. And then down here we have the fruit. I went to get more fruit out of our bottom freezer, but I can't get at them, so I'm just going to tell Josh when he gets home that if he wants to put a whack load of fruit here, so that way he doesn't have to keep scrounging downstairs for some, he can. And then all of our ice packs, as this little tiny one signifies, are going to go right here standing up. And then our water bottles will be able to go in the door, which is now nice and clean. So yeah, that's our freezer. And this is our fridge. Still a lot of food, but now it's just well organized. So yeah, so I'll take you through a quick tour again. Josh loves to use these, the lime and lemon juice, for cooking and stuff like that. So I figure right here's great for them. Like, you can easily reach them. Then we got butter here. When you want to take a measurement of butter, there's always some of it left. Then you end up forgetting you have it if it's at the back of the fridge. So I decided I'd put it here, where the eggs are supposed to go. Okay, and we have our little cheese left. So anything little like that that can get lost, I'll put right here. And the same thing, door is pretty much the same system. We've got our barbecue sauces and stuff like that, and our jams and stuff that's open that we use regularly, I put in the door. So now we go to here, which is our top shelf. Okay, now I put all of our butter. Yes, we have a lot of butter. We actually got our eating butter, which is the pink ones, and then we've got these ones back here, which are cooking butter. We got a bunch of them from my in-laws, actually, who are trying to cut back on their butter intake. So when you try and cut back on your food intake, who do you give the food to? Your kids. Doesn't that make perfect sense? So yeah, then we got our Philadelphia stuff back here. I'm not sure what it's called, but I'm planning on using it for hopefully carrot cake is what I'm thinking. Anyway, and then we have our leftovers. Now remember I told you about that sausage that was in that huge container. Well, I changed it, and then we got our rice. So this will be probably tonight's supper. And I put all of our fruit and these bean sprouts. Yeah, there you go. These bean sprouts right over here. So Josh has to reach in, grab it, go. Okay. Next, shelving. I have all of our closed containers. So all of our, like our ranch and poppy seed stuff and Caesar, all that. And I have Parmesan, again, just reach and grab. And behind it, because we don't use it that often, I put our Miracle Whip. Anything we don't use very often, I put behind other stuff. Then I have this wonderful space where I can put some more stuff if I need. And then I have my yogurt. And then I've got my salsa. And then our eggs. Eggs are one of those kind of things that really never change spots for me when I'm organizing. I always put them exactly in the same spot. It's just one of those staples that has to stay. Just like the butter is still all in that one corner. And then down here's our liquids again. And I've divided it actually with my bagels. And I put the spaghetti sauce and the ketchup, which you can see right in there. Ketchup is back here on one side, and all the liquids on the other side. So it's all together, kind of organized. Makes things just a little bit more easier for everything. So yeah, that's my kitchen. That's not my kitchen, that's my fridge, and I hope you learned something new, and I hope it helped you out. See yas.